Midland Toastmasters and Sensational Speakers Toastmasters clubs. Today, we are pleased to have in the studio Jana Barnhill, President of Toastmasters International. In addition to her Toastmasters role, Jana is a professional speaker and trainer specializing in management topics through her husband's and her business, Live Speakers. Jana serves on the board of directors of the Lubbock Community Theater and is active in many civic organizations, including the Lubbock, Texas Chamber of Commerce and the Lubbock Women's Club. Welcome, Jana.
Hi, Bob. Thank you. It's great to be here.
And welcome to Midland.
Thank you. I love what I have seen so far. It looks
Excellent.
like a beautiful place.
It is. We enjoy it here. Jana, to start off with, can you tell us what Toastmasters is?
Toastmasters is the world-leading movement organization devoted to teaching both communication and leadership skills.
Excellent. So, Jana, you've just been elected as president of Toastmasters International up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada this past August.
Yes.
So what do you do in Toastmasters?
Me personally?
As president?
As president, well, a number of things. I preside over our board meetings, of which we have 3 board meetings a year. So I supervise those. I preside over the board meetings. I work very closely with our executive director. I do a lot of what I'm doing right now, which is the great part. I get to go out into the communities and meet the Toastmasters all over the world. I do quite a bit of media, be it television, radio, newspaper interview, trying to get the word out about Toastmasters. I meet with a lot of corporate executives, selling them on the benefits of Toastmasters and the value that it can bring to their company. I play a large role at the International Convention that is held every August. And I do a lot of writing, a lot of articles, stay in touch with the board and just keep the organization moving forward.
Sounds like it keeps you busy.
It does, keeps me very busy.
Well, a lot of good people belong to Toastmasters. So is Toastmasters then intended as a club for people who are already good speakers?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is not. Now, we have such a variety of people who come to us, Bob. As you know, we run the gamut of people who are absolutely horrified to stand up in front of anyone, even one person, much less a room full of people. So we have those people. We have people who actually may enjoy speaking, but they realize they're not really very effective at it. We have a number of members who are students. I know here in the States, you know, I live in a university town, and we have many members there who are graduate and doctoral students whose first language is not English. So they have come to learn to be confident in speaking English. We have people who come to us who have maybe even suffered major tragedies, you know, a stroke, other types of accidents that have impaired their ability to function well. Sometimes we get people like that to Toastmasters to learn they've lost so much of their confidence. And bottom line, that's what Toastmasters is all about, giving you the confidence to be an effective speaker. But it's not just the speaking side. And I know when most people hear Toastmasters, they think of, we teach people how to be public speakers. And that's just a fraction of what we do, because communication is so much more than public speaking. It's thinking, it's listening, it's engaging people in conversation. But then there's the leadership aspect too. And Toastmasters in the last few years has made a very dedicated decision and is making an effort to become much more known for our leadership development as much as our communication skills development.
Excellent. Well, so can someone come to a Toastmasters Club as a guest?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we encourage it. I think you shared with me that right here in Midland, there are 5 clubs here, and I believe you said 1 or 2 of those is an advanced club.
One's an advanced club?
One of those is an advanced club.
Yes.
So that one might not be open to everyone, but I always encourage people to visit around, because every club has their own, we all do the same thing, but every club has their own unique personality and different times that they meet. So what fits one person may not be the best situation for another. So I encourage people to visit around the different clubs and find the one that fits them best.
So if they come as a guest, do they have to give a speech the first time?
Not that day.
Okay.
Not that day. Although you do need to realize when you come to Toastmasters, both communication and leadership are not things that you can learn by reading a book. Even though you can probably go right out to the library, to the local library here in town, there will be hundreds of books that you can find on both communication and leadership, and those can give you insight and they can give you some tips, but the only way that you learn to be proficient in either of those is by practicing and doing it yourself.
Absolutely. Well, let's say a person decides to join a Toastmasters club. What would you recommend during their first month or two to get the most out of the Toastmasters program?
You know, one thing I wish everyone realized is that Toastmasters is an organization that you will get out of Toastmasters what you put into it. So my recommendation to especially new Toastmasters is that you do everything. Now, not all at once, obviously, but to really jump in and take advantage of every opportunity Toastmasters has. Don't hold yourself back. Some people, you know, I've known people who have been in Toastmasters for over a year and maybe they've just given one speech. And I really encourage people to jump in with both feet, do what they can in the club, get involved speaking as often as you can, but also be a club officer. It's when we become comfortable in front of a group, if we don't push ourselves to that next level, then we don't grow to that next level. And the leadership skills that you learn in Toastmasters come from, you know, you start out as a club officer, and I can tell you right now, and I know you've been involved in leadership, you served on the board of directors. The first month you joined and worked the same for me, we never in our wildest imagination would have ever dreamed that you and I would be sitting here having this conversation today. But it happened because both of us kept being willing to take that next step and see what else was out there. So my encouragement is take advantage of every opportunity. Every time you're about to be comfortable, push yourself some more.
That's good, and Jana, I do credit Toastmasters with my progress in leadership, because after I had served on the board, I went on then to become president of the Product Development and Management Association, and I credit Toastmasters for giving me the experience to develop my leadership skills.
Absolutely.
So
good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. Now, would you have ever have done that had you?
I don't think so, and unless I learn a little bit, got better, and went back and did it again.